Hello my dear students. Now today I am going to deliver the lecture about the metamorphic rocks. Before that I have already teach you about the different means types of rocks like the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks. So all these things I have covered in previous lecture. Now today we will going to start the new topic that is known as the metamorphic rocks. So myself, Dr. Lakshmikant Tripathi, Assistant Professor, Department of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry, Tirthankar Mahavir College of Agriculture and Sciences, Tirthankar Mahavir University, Muradabad, Uttar Pradesh. So during this lecture, I will try to cover about the introduction portion of the metamorphic rocks, then properties of the metamorphic rocks, then process how the metamorphic rocks are formed, and then classification of metamorphic rocks and some example of the metamorphic rocks. So these three means these six topic I will try to cover in this during this lecture. Uh, Now come to the main topic. So that is known as the metamorphic rocks. Actually, if I am talking about the metamorphic rocks, so here you can see in this picture, there is a means this rocks is found in the layer wise because it is developed by the pre-existing rocks like the igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks, and only the effect of the heat and pressure, with the effect of the heat and pressure this rocks is developed. So that is why in this rocks the layer is found, different layer is found. Here you can see in this picture it is very clear, and then you are very easily understand. And it is the more means a hard rocks. And if you are going to see the metamorphic rocks, so meta meaning the change and morphous meanings means only by this rocks. Actually this rocks is developed by the pre-existing rocks, so that is why what happened metamorphics, so means changing of the forms, but not the means content in change. In this rocks only the you can say the physical parameter will change, but the chemical parameter is not changed by in this rocks. Okay, so this is the most important properties of the, for example, calcium carbonate. So that is converted into the gneiss. Calcium is secondary means sedimentary rocks, but gneiss is the a metamorphic rock. So this is the, I will show some example of how the rocks is means previous pre-existing rocks is changed into the metamorphic rocks. So here the meta means uh, changing. What changing? Only the form, size, maybe some colors maybe change, but only the physical things. But the whatever the chemical composition which is present in the previous rocks, so that chemical content is also carry in the metamorphic rocks. That is not changed because there is a no chemical reaction is involved in the metamorphic rock. Only the physical means reagent is involved in this metamorphic rocks. So this is the most important things regarding the metamorphic rocks. And here the change by the effect of, you can see, by the effect of temperature, by the effect of pressure and flood. These are the important things which is helps to change the pre-existing rocks into the metamorphic rocks. And I have already told during the I was taught about the introduction portion, and then I was show one PPT, that is a diagram of the igneous rocks. So that diagram means rock cycle. So that diagram, if you are seeing that diagram, so in that the rock cycle, so the pre-existing rocks is also. Now next property, here you can see the metamorphism is the alteration of pre-existing rocks in the solid state due to change in the temperature and pressure. So here you means alteration of, what is the meaning of alteration? Means it is the sometimes heat, sometimes pressure, means continuously alteration one by one. Alteration means one by one of pre-existing rocks. Means sometimes temperature, sometimes pressure, maybe both are means with same times activated, and then on the pre-existing rocks. Then the solid state to change in the temperature and pressure. Then the metamorphic rocks is forms. Under increasing the temperature and or pressure, what happens? Exists the minerals become unstable and break down to form the new mineral. One thing is the most important. If you are means my dear students, means you are thinking how it will change. What happen actually? Suppose that if you want to boil anything, so what you are doing? You are supplying the fire, either increase the temperature of the anything, then slowly it is converted into the solid material. Yeah, either suppose that you are trying to cooking the rice, so what is required? You require the gas to burn, and then if the gas is burning and after some time the rice is cooked. So in the same way, what happened in the pre-existing rock, means igneous and sedimentary rocks, in that rocks, what happened? The pressure of the heat will comes on the surface of the pre-existing rock. Then what happened? Slowly, with the effect of heat and pressure, this rocks is converted into the some liquid form, yeah, either maybe their size is converted and into the metamorphic. Means it is first what happened, it is converted, and maybe means it is breakdown, because the continuously effect of the heat and pressure is comes in any surface of the rocks and minerals. Then what happens, the intensity of that rocks and minerals will damage, and after some times if the intensity of the rocks and minerals will damage, then what happens, then slowly it is converting to the small pieces, maybe, and after that that small pieces and then maybe converted to the some with the help of maybe water or some other material will comes and form some like colloidal solution. After that the solidification process will comes and then it is form the new rocks. Then product include, for example, the cyst and slate contain metamorphism. In the metamorpho, what happened, introducing the plutonic body. So here now you can see this picture also. This is a best example of the metamorphic rocks, and here definition of the metamorphic rocks. What is the proper definition? So generally define the rocks have resulted from subsequently transformation of the igneous and sedimentary rocks under the effect of heat, pressure, and chemically active liquid and gases. So here you can see what happened. That since I am telling in previous slide, what happened? The effect of the heat and pressure will comes on the surface of the any pre-existing rock, that is known as sedimentary and igneous rock. Then it is converted with the help of chemically liquid and some other material will combine to form some liquid material, but not as a liquid. It is means like the colloidal material, and then after that slowly then that material is means solidify and then form the such types of rocks. So this is the Now then come to the process of metamorphic. So actually before that I have already described about the how the metamorphic rocks is formed. So you know very well about there is a means the changing of the size uh, means by the effect of the heat and pressure, the pre-existing rocks is changed into the metamorphic rock. Up here you can see how means what are the basic process which is involved to formation of the metamorphic rocks. So you can see the metamorphic rocks when the solid rocks is changed composition of texture and composition and structure without the mineral crystal melting, which is how the igneous rocks is generated. Metamorphic rocks sources that rocks that experience in the metamorphism are called the parent rocks or protolith. From the proto meaning first and lith means rocks. Means I have already described about that. Protolithic means the first pre-existing rocks with the help of heat and pressure. The pre-existing rocks is converted into the metamorphic rocks, and in this rocks what happened that means in case of the size and structure of the rocks will be changed with the effect of heat and pressure, but there is a no changing in the chemical composition. Yeah, maybe slightly change in the chemical composition, but most of the cases it have seen that most of the case the whatever the chemical composition present in the previous rocks, so that is found in this rocks. Okay, so this is the basic process of the metamorphic rocks, and then most of the metamorphic process takes place deep underground inside the earth crust. It means actually in case of means most of the times this process will be happened in the in situ, means within the earth crust the metamorphic rocks is forms, and during the metamorphism protolith chemistry is mild change by increasing the temperature means heat and the pressure, and then called the confining pressure, and are chemically reactive fluid. The rock's texture is changed by heat, confining pressure, and types of the pressure is called direct stress. Actually, what is the meaning of the confining pressure? So generally, confining pressure is equal pressure in all sides and responsible for causing the chemical reaction to occurs just like a heat. It means actually what happens, suppose that if any suppose that this is the rocks, this is the any types of rocks, so in all direction the pressure will comes in the surface of all direction. Yeah, either equal pressure will comes on the surface of the rocks, so that is known as the confining pressure, means the pressure is equal, so that is known as the confining pressure. And generally such types of pressure is measured in the bar, and the ranges of this pressure is about it is started from it is about from the 1 bar to 10,000 bar of the means the range of this pressure, and generally so this is about the confining pressure. It means whenever the pressure and heat will comes on the equal direction in all in pre-existing rocks, and then these types of rocks will be developed. So this is the basic chemistry which is involved. Yeah, either you can say the basic process which is involved to formation of the metamorphic rocks. Now come to the types of metamorphic rocks. So generally, if you are going to deep study about, and then you can find it, the metamorphic rocks is divided into three categories. First one is the contact metamorphism, second is the regional metamorphism, and third one is the dynamic metamorphism. And so this is the basic three types of metamorphism. What is the contact metamorphism? So generally this types of metamorphism is developed by the effect of thermal pressure. Here you can say the effect of heat and pressure means effect of the temperature, and this types of means the rocks. So only the thermal pressure is more active in this types of metamorphic rocks, and then what happened? The heat will comes on the surface of the rocks and minerals, then slowly it is changed into the metamorphic rocks. And in case of there, here you can see this produced by the high temperature. It means in here the temperature and low pressure, and low strain and variable fluid pressure. So it means in here only the temperature is high. So that is why it is known as thermal metamorphism, because only the temperature is involved in this. And now come to the regional metamorphism. So this produced by the variable temperature, high pressure, variable strain and variable fluid flow, and is normally created by tectonic process within the earth and variable. So this is produced by variable temperature and high pressure. In here in case of the regional metamorphism, what is happened in this metamorphism, the temperature is low but pressure high pressure. It means in here the pressure is more and the temperature is low. So that is known as a regional. Yeah, either you can say the pressure is more dominated. Yeah, either the rocks which is developed by the effect of pressure. Temperature, yes, of course, the temperature is also involved in this, but temperature in comparison to pressure, the pressure is more and temperature is, and the dynamic. If you are see the word of dynamic, it means both the temperature as well as pressure, both are combinedly activated to formation of any types of rocks and minerals. So that is known as the dynamic metamorphic rocks, and this is the most important process of the. Now in some others way, it is also, yeah, if go in the very detailed way. So the metamorphic rocks is also again divided into three categories. One is here you can see the thermal metamorphism, dynamometamorphism and hydrometamorphism. If you are go and see the word of thermo, it means thermo means the effect of heat. The any types of rocks here only it means only heat is more dominated in this rocks. So that is known as thermometamorphism. For example, the marble, and then जो है dynamite. And if you are see the word of dyno means two. It means heat and pressure. Here you can see heat and pressure both are actively involved to formation of such types of rocks. So that is known as dynamometamorphism. For example, gneiss, cyst, these are and the hydro means water, means the water is involved to formation of the rocks, means these types of rocks. So that is known as the hydrometamorphism. For example, laterite. Laterite is the most important example of the hydrometamorphism. So this is the another classification of the. But if you are seeing this classification and previous classification, so both are simultaneously same. It is looking the same, and most of the times it is the same things: thermometamorphism, dynamometamorphism, and hydrometamorphism. So this is the classification of the metamorphic rocks, and here also some another types of metamorphism is also involved. One is the foliated metamorphism or non-foliated metamorphism. Foliated metamorphism is means there is some float means some float types of structure is developed, and non-foliated metamorphism is another. I go in. And now you can see the some example of the metamorphic rocks. For example, gneiss. Here you can see this is the gneiss, and here is the see the structure of the knees. So what is the, and there is some property I have given, which is very hard, variable color and felsic in minas, generally rough in touch surface. If you are going to see the surface of this metamorphic rock, so this rough and texture foliated. Here you go foliated, and the grain size medium to coarse grain, and uses dimension stones of building. So many means uses of this metamorphic rock. So this is the some example of the uh, here is also hornblende. So it is another example of the metamorphic. You can see the property of the horn blend metamorphic rocks. Hmm. So this is about, and this is the reference where I have taken all these material, and thank you very much.